Hey everybody, it's Glompy, and today it is so hot. Like, I stepped out of my room and I'm sweating. I am literally like dripping because it's so hot right now. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is me drawing. That's right, I'm an artist. Did you guys know? Because I bring it up all the fucking time. But that's actually what this video is about, and it's that I just kind of wanted to talk, but I also wanted to do something more productive than just vlog for 40 minutes. And so, instead, I decided I'm going to try some new stuff. So, one of the things you guys may know about me is that I love Pokemon. The other thing you might know about me is that I cannot draw in frame, apparently. God, why is this like this? I'm watching the video right now. And, wow, I'm better now, but did you see when that clip started and I was like out of it? I'd also like to point out that about a minute of this video was just me sketching and lining, and then the other 8 are just coloring. And I thought I was a fast colorer. I guess it makes sense, but also, bleh, wow. Wowie. I took a long time apparently, and that sped up like 300 times. This is where I'm at right now, guys. But what I'm saying is, so I love Pokemon. And something that I love that they did in Sun and Moon was introduce Pokemon variations, and I really, really want to see that make a return, and I'm sure it will, because we only have like 6, and variations aren't, they're not like, I don't want to say like they threw away Mega Evolutions, because they didn't. It's just more so they put those in the back burner to put focus on Z moves, which is also a completely different mechanic, and I understand why they did it, but I'm just sitting here like, variations are not something that they're just going to throw away. So, I was thinking, what could I do for like a Pokemon themed video? And for those of you who have seen like Brett Ultimates, he does a lot of like Pokemon fusions and type swaps, and those are really cool. And I was like, wow, I want to do that, but I wanted to like draw it instead. And so I was like, hey, why not draw it? Because, you know, that's literally what I just fucking said. But so I was like, but what could I draw? Should I just do type swaps? And yeah, I'll probably do some type swaps. In fact, you guys should totally leave requests down below for what I should do. But I thought something fun to do would be regional variations for other regions. And I was like, what's my favorite region? UNOVA. Like, that's just it. Like, there's no questions asked. I love UNOVA. I love Gen 5. It's my favorite. Everyone shits on it, but Gen 5 was so good. If it wasn't for Gen 5, Gen 7 wouldn't have had a good story. Like, shut up. Gen 5 was so good. You guys are haters. And like, don't get me wrong. Everyone's free to their own opinion, but it's like, shut up. Gen 1 sucked. I hated Gen 2. That's a lie. I love all the Pokemon generations, and I love every single Pokemon, but also, Gen 1 was bad. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I promise you, I'm not trying to like start a video. I'm not trying to start a fight on this. I'm just bitter because everyone always calls out Gen 5 as the worst generation, and I'm like, really? That's just rude. Because I fell in love with Black and White, and especially Black and White 2, which I never got to finish, because my dog, you hear that? I'm talking to my dog. She ate the cartridge, and I never got to finish Black 2, and I was just crying for like 3 days. I made a really edgy Facebook post about it because I was like, what, 14, 15, 16? I was dumb back in the day. But this has taken a whole lot of rambling to get here. So what I was thinking I could do is, I live in New York, UNOVA is based on New York City to be exact, but I might as well, like, you know, let's just pretend all of New York is New York City, because that's what everyone else does. And so I was like, oh, I could do like UNOVAN forms. And I thought that would be really cool, and I've actually got like a list. This video was going to be 6 of them, but then after I did 1, I was like, whoa! I'm tired, and I still drew like a couple things after this, but I was like, I just wasn't ready to do 6 of them, and plus, this is 10 minutes. If I did all 6, this would be an hour-long video. And I'm sure you guys like the long videos, because I like the long videos, but that's a lot of minutes. So I figured I would do 1 per video, and I've got like a list of 6 right now. And again, if you guys want anything, type swaps, fusions, Mega Evolutions, new Z moves, whatever, I'll do it if you put it in the comments, and I can make it work. But the first one on my list was Pangoro, because Pangoro is one of, if not my favorite Pokemon. He and Clefable are currently fighting it out for the top spot, but I love Pangoro to death. The moment he was revealed, I was like, I need that. I need my man's. And he's just been perfect. And I feel like he deserved more than what he got. But I love Pangoro. And so I was like, what would a Unovan Pangoro look like? And I was thinking, and I was like, motorcyclist? Yeah, sure. But no. Gang member? Closer. But Pangoro, Pangoro is based off of, like, not the Yakuza, but, Japanese street gangs. I don't want to say Bosuzoku, but because the Bosuzoku aren't actually, I don't think they actually do anything bad. I think they're just obnoxious. I'm sorry, is that racist? I haven't really done too much research on it. I think they're just, like, loud and obnoxious bikers. But then I was like, wait a minute. What if he was a gangster? Like a mafia boss. I don't think those two are the same thing. But they both wear the pinstripe suits. And so I was like, that's pretty New York. And here we are. So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking Pangoro would go from dark fighting to just pure dark. Because, a mob boss doesn't really, they like control things. They're not out there beating people. I also considered Dark Steel, but I was like, what am I going to do, just give him a gun? Dark Steel would have been good for the motorcycle version, but then I dropped the motorcycle. And so I just figured pure dark would go well, and it would have, words. And what I was thinking is, I'll try and like flash some stats up on screen right now. It would have a lower overall attack and speed stat for increased defenses and increased special attack. And here's what I thought would be interesting. It could have access to moves like attack and defend order, or maybe they could just be new moves that work like that. They don't really work that differently from other moves, but it's the theming. The theming that's important. I even considered giving it parental bond because I was like, oh, the individual mobsters could be attacking, but then I was like, no, Kangaskhan isn't allowed on the battle spot because of that. But what I'm saying is, have I said that like 5 times? I feel like I said that like 5 times. Is that Pangoro could be a tanky special attacker with pure dark typing. And I know what you're saying. Pure dark, tanky, who? In what universe? Especially since I took off the fighting typing. But what I'm saying is that now it can kind of hold its own against things it's weak to. Not weak to, per se, but Pangoro was kind of like glass, despite how it looked. It just, like, it so much as looked at a fairy type and it went down. But otherwise, it would be more tanky than the original Pangoro. It'd have access to more special attacking moves. It would still have some physical attack to it, but you wouldn't be running a physical set specifically. As for abilities, I literally have no idea. Like, do you guys have any ideas? I was thinking, like I said, I was like, ooh, parental bond. Nope. But otherwise, I really have no ideas for that. Like, what are some? Bulletproof? Ooh, bulletproof. I like that, actually. Bulletproof would be a good ability. Bulletproof would be a good ability. And, for the design choices, I feel like everything's pretty obvious what I did. I gave it, the pinstripe coat, but it still kind of looks like a Pangoro. Instead of chewing on the leaf, now it's chewing on the twig like a cigar, and it has a fedora. Does that fedora come off? We don't know. Will we ever know? No, but my favorite part is the tie. I love the tie. I think they came out really nice, and it just adds this really cool pop, and it looks like a pattern that could be on a Pokemon rather than like a tie. And I don't mean to sound like super overconfident about my art, but I just think it looks nice. I'm proud of it. And if you're wondering the art supplies that I use, this is Canson mixed media paper. It's just a sketchbook I picked up, and you can, I do, but I prefer cardstock. I just like to save my cardstock for nicer pieces. But basically any paper that's not computer paper is fine, but this is rough watercolor paper, rough mixed media paper, and it's not fantastic. You can feel the texture, and it just makes it kind of difficult to work with, but it's not the worst. I like it. It does the job. And in the meantime, where is that sentence going? I also used Blick Studio markers. They're not Copics, or like any of the other Copics you've heard of, but one of my favorite YouTubers, Bailey J, she posted this like raving review about them, and they were cheap, they were, you know, affordable. They weren't cheap per se, but like I got the full set for like $100 and something, and it's like 90 something markers. I'm actually not sure about the math. I'll leave like a link below with everything I got. But they're really good. Apparently they work just like Copics. I only used Copics on one other occasion, and I didn't really use them to. I was just like, fill in the colors. I didn't do any like crazy blending or shading or things like that. I was just like, woo. And I just really like markers, and these are definitely good quality markers. I'd say if you wanted to get into them, pick these up, because they're cheap, they're affordable, they're not refillable, but they're close enough to Copic quality that it's like, it's good for starting off your Copic collection, where it's like, if one dies, just find a matching Copic color and just pick that up. And then eventually, over time, you will have a Copic collection. But what I didn't like was that the numbering system makes no sense. And you'll understand if you pick up a set. So, thanks guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this kind of came to an abrupt end, but I just realized the video's ending, so I will see you guys later. So, salutations, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time!